The Walking Dead is back now with its new spinoff, the one I know you all have been waiting for. I mean, outside of like the Rick and Michonne one, but yes, this one right here, featuring Maggie, featuring Negan. What would this series look like? What would it be like? It was crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, folks, let's get into my review of all 6 episodes of The Walking Dead, Dead City. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. Today, we're going to review the entire season of The Walking Dead, Dead City, which is coming to AMC Plus, June 16th. Now, some folks were lucky enough to check it out at its world premiere at Tribeca Film Festival 2023, which tons of amazing content came out from that red carpet. A lot of my friends were there covering it. I was not, but nonetheless, while they got to see the first 2 episodes, I got to check out the entire season here. And as I said, this spinoff does focus on Maggie and Negan, who are our favorite 2 unlikable duo, as we know for now many seasons that the 2 of them just don't get along. So, Lauren Cohan coming back, Jeffery Dean Morgan, been a mainstay since he arrived on the scene in the Walking Dead universe. It is kind of mind-blowing to think that we would have a spinoff with the 2 of them. But I enjoyed this, and I have to say, I enjoyed this a lot. I don't know where I rank this at because, like, Fear is a spinoff. Fear is good. I did like World Beyond. A lot of people didn't like that, but this was good. And I think that The Walking Dead still has a lot of steam, even though the flagship show has ended. And other things to come. We got Daryl's show coming. We got Rick and Michonne coming. Even though I know it's coming, I'm still kind of like, is it really coming? But yeah. But nonetheless, I thought that, as much as I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan and as much as I love Maggie, who's older, who's sort of becoming baby Negan at times, she has some really menacing moments here. I was very interested to see what does a world look like with just the 2 of them and really no other factors to really prevent them from going at each other's neck. There's always a Daryl or Carol that's involved to kind of like diffuse things, but like, what would it look like? And obviously, what would the show be about? And for whatever reason, Herschel once again gets captured. It's like Maggie, I don't know, man. I'm not trying to be harsh, but Maggie's like a bad mom when it comes to Herschel like being kidnapped. Like this got to be the second time, right? But yeah, he gets kidnapped, which then leads all roads to New York. And I'm going to say that this series is very much contained in a self story. Like there are like nods to things within the Walking Dead universe, but like there's no CRM or any of that sort, the Commonwealth or any of that involvement with this. As when you talk about them coming from Hilltop to New York, if you know like the path here, you say like, oh well, didn't the World Beyond folks, then they go to New York? Is there going to be interception there? No, this is very self-contained here. It's truly about them. We're getting introduced to new characters, Hilltop 2.0. But nonetheless, while there is a lot of new characters, there's, as I mentioned, Nas. I'm going to break it all down. I'd say Hilltop 2.0, like Hilltop 3.0, I think it really is. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's old threats and there is old faces. There's also new threats as well, too. And Maggie and Negan are in the middle of it. And as I said, Herschel has been taken again. And while they're in the middle of it, they're also kind of doing what you expect them to do. Friction. It's never going to get better between them. Like, does anybody truly believe that they're ever going to be on the same page? Anybody ever? No, I didn't think so. But yeah, what is really cool when you talk about some of the nods and stuff, hearing Negan talk about one of the iconic moments in The Walking Dead that has to do with Rick, and there's other flashbacks and stuff. They actually do show some flashbacks in the sense of like different vantage points. I mean, we see the most iconic moment in the Walking Dead series, Negan with Lucille. We see that again, which still hurts every single time. And why it hurts us as the viewers, I think that Lauren as Maggie truly shows the trauma and the grieving that she has yet to overcome with that. So yeah, and being in New York, yes, we've seen dystopian New York many times in many different series and stuff. Now, I mean, like, you know, I Am Legend, but I think seeing inside Madison Square Garden in the way we did was pretty cool. It is good to know, this is the joke, it is good to know that Dana White is still running events this even through the Walking Dead the saga of the world, you know what I mean, even after the zombie apocalypse, Dana White is still doing his thing. You'll see what I mean. But with that too, there's also like a new established hierarchy within this new community of New Babylon. So there's new rules, and there's Marshall, which introduces us to a character, Armstrong, who becomes yet another authoritative, annoying figure in this. But I gotta say that he has a little arc of his own, and you will be a little bit conflicted with this character, you know. We are also introduced to a character, Jenny. Jenny is somebody that Negan meets on the road. Jenny is a mute. And I think that seeing their relationship, for whatever reason, when it comes down to kids and Negan, like you could tell he has a heart. But this relationship is also going to be challenged. You know, like, we're enough to say Negan cares about Herschel. You know, you'll see that displayed in this series. But like when it comes to other kids, like Negan always is there for the kids. We've seen it in The Walking Dead. But this one will truly be challenged. So you'll see. Even with that too, Negan, they have their bond. But Negan still has that very sadistic nature in him. So if you are looking for old school Negan, yeah, you can get ready and cash that check, because it still exists. And there's a moment in a bank that is mind blowing. You're like, that's the Negan I know. You know what I mean? And again, Maggie is just battling her inner conflict and grieving. So yeah, and I'll even to mention old school Negan, the whistling. Oh yeah, that's a factor in this. It's cool. But even with that, there's new weapons, new walkers, deaths, and designs of the walkers. There's one of the craziest walker design I have ever seen in this. And I'm going to tell you that it has to do with Maggie, and it is, I honestly, like, you know, as unpredictable as The Walking Dead could be, this one really had me. I did not know which way to go in terms of like up. I don't know what's going to happen here. I did not have my mind made up, because this design was unlike anything I've ever seen in the Walking Dead universe. Even still, listen, this is about Maggie and Negan and them and their rescue for Herschel, which Herschel is being held hostage by somebody who truly has bad blood for Negan. And that's even a questionable statement there. I don't want to give anything away, but the Crow, I know y'all seen it. I know you've seen the face. Yeah, I don't know much information about it, but I will say that there's old school ties with Negan. And I will say with Negan sort of being a virus back in the day, we know how viruses spread. So we're going to say this person, a little Negan rubbed off on this person. But everybody has a boss. And that's all I'm going to say with that too. So yeah, bad blood never ends. Solid stunts in this, you know, and I think that, like, you know, the ending of this 6 episodes truly changes everything. And I am like very intrigued, but almost alarmed in terms of what could happen next. And there's a lot I can say, but I don't want to say it, because it's truly will start to get folks' gears turning in terms of what I could be talking about and hinting at in terms of a spoiler. But I will say that the ending is just completely wow. And with all of that, while Herschel is the driving factor of the 6th episode, there's not a lot of Herschel, but Herschel is truly the center of everything. Herschel, I think, will play an important part come season 2 with this. Like, you know, I think they was like, you know, planting the seeds here, but I think things are truly going to come to fruition in terms of where this arc of Herschel is going to go. And it's going to be, you know, as much as we want to see Glenn and Herschel, I don't know if you can cash that check, folks. I don't know. But other than that, I did enjoy this. There's a lot that happens. I mean, there will be deaths. There will be portrayals. Everyone has a boss. There will be conflict. There will be bad blood. There will be hashing of that bad blood. We will know about where everybody else is at. There's a lot that they do with this, and I can't wait for you all to just check it out. But yeah, 6 episodes of The Walking Dead: Dead City. You can catch the first episode. I think I said the date wrong earlier. It's June 18th on AMC and AMC Plus. Starting over with episode 1, Old Acquaintances. Then episode 2 is Who's There. Episode 3 is The People. People Are a Resource. Episode 4 is Everybody Wins a Prize. Episode 5 is Story We All Tell Ourselves. And I'm not going to say anything about episode 6 because, I mean, you've probably seen the title, but Doma Sumu, I think, Somo, whatever. Yeah, you probably don't know what that means, but you will. I know what they're getting at with that, so I'm not going to say anything. But yeah, you got a new episode weekly for 6 episodes, and stick around for that. It's just a very solid series spinoff for it. So, but anyway, jump in the comments, folks. Let me know your thoughts about this, your hype, your excitement, and as always, stay tuned for more reviews very soon.